what's actually coming through her head. She's not just playing music, something's going on there.
She's been performing here for a while now. She's amazing.
For over a decade, Natalie Trayling has been stopping people in their tracks on the streets of Melbourne with her piano. But how she got here? That's the real surprise.
The world needs to hear and see this, and needs to know this. It's quite a remarkable story.
Do you remember the first time you heard music?
My mother used to sing a lot. She was nearly going to be an opera singer, but she met my father and they married. Beautiful, high, coloratura voice. And she would have been making up all those melodies.
Where did your parents come from?
From Croatia, Yugoslavia. I only knew Yugoslavian language.
So where did you first hear English then?
When I went to school, that was my first contact with any syllable of the English language.
Wow.
Yes. When I was at school, there was a concert on, and the piano was playing. And that's when I first heard the piano. But I said to the children, I said, listen to that. The instruments were so vibrant. I had never heard an instrument before like that.
She was unique amongst her peers, you wouldn't say. She was wanting to play for 2 or 3 years, but her mother said they couldn't afford the lessons.
I said, Mama, ja hoću učiti muziku. Mama, I want to learn music. I want to learn the piano. My mother would say, ne moremo, we can't. No, I knew we couldn't afford it. I asked her now so many times.
To almost she just gave up asking.
I let it go, and my mother would have noticed that.
And then one day, the teachers came out to the playground.
There's a teacher over there wants to speak to you.
And said, Natalie.
Your mother's been up at the school, and my mother could hardly speak English. And she said, your mother said you want to learn music, you want to learn the piano, and they can't afford it. And she said, well...
You start your lessons today. So I think they did some deal.
For the whole 10 weeks lessons, equivalent to the price of one lesson for the whole 10 weeks.
And she was just overjoyed.
When you first started playing the piano,
yes.
How did it feel?
I saw the piano there, and she said, Natalie, she said, this is middle C. And I put my thumb on it. I was absolutely enthralled.
She won a scholarship to the Royal Academy of Music in London, but she didn't take it because the parents had to pay for the travel as well as the accommodation, and they couldn't afford it.
A lot of the performing you do now,
yeah.
You don't ask for money for.
No, I don't ask. No, I don't.
Would your life have been easier if you did have money in those early days?
Would it have been easier? I don't think it would have been much different.
Really? Why?
Yes. It's something that is nothing to do with money.
Was music a part of your everyday life from pretty much the moment you were born?
Yeah. Mum was always composing. I remember as a very young child, Mum on the piano just composing this piece of music, and she was hunting for another chord or something.
Both of your sisters pass away. Mm. Your parents separate.
Yes.
The house burns down. How is it that your mother ended up without a home to live? How did that happen?
I think it's just to start over, after everything that happened. She was living out at Brunswick in a motel. There was a change of ownership. They didn't want her living the rate that she was paying. She had to pay more. She couldn't afford that. She basically started to live out, actually on the streets.
I don't know where I'm going to go. It was evening. I thought, I'm free. And I lay down and I felt at peace.
And she asked someone, she was asking around, where's there a piano I could play?
And I said, is there other pianos in the city here? He said, yes. He said, there's one at David Jones.
So she went in there, and there it was. And she just sat down and started, or asked, and then started playing. And people were just, whoa, listen to this. She had massive crowds around her. And there's this woman walking off the street. They were just amazed.
That's where it really all started.
I uploaded it to YouTube, and then all of a sudden, I looked one day and it's got 30,000, and then it's got 60,000. Well, it hit 1 million. I mean, it was going up 200,000 views a day.
At a certain point you did organise to get her to record in a studio. What happened?
She didn't feel comfortable in this studio because she wants to play with this feeling of freedom. If she's being recorded, it's like there's this, it's not quite as free anymore. Though she has known that we'll be recorded when I'll be recording video, but that's outside.
It needs to be among the people.
It needs to be among the people. She likes to be among the people.
I've always thought it was more than music. You can't take away yesterday's been, you know. However things are, whatever has brought this in existence knows exactly how to put things right and as they are supposed to be.
Natalie, thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Lovely.